It's time for Coffee with the Chicken Ladies, a podcast for people who love chickens.
Hey everybody, and welcome! It's Chrisie&Holly from Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. We're here, and I can finally say it. This is episode 300!
Yay!
300 straight weeks of episodes where we talk about everything chicken, family, fun, and
more chickens and ducks and geese.
we drink a ton of coffee. I'm talking a ton. But most importantly,
we hug chickens every day and ducks and geese too.
And we kiss them too. Don't forget. We brew coffee from a little roaster here in Maryland. Holly Ann, what kind of coffee are we brewing today?
This is afternoon blend.
There is no such thing.
Yes, there is. I just brewed a special. It's afternoon blend.
It's 300th afternoon blend.
That's right.
Are you ready to sip some of this delicious, not breakfast blend, but afternoon blend? I don't believe it's real. And Chet?
I am. But first, some words from our sponsors.
Coffee with the Chicken Ladies is brought to you by Nutrena Nature-Wise Feeds. Nutrena Nature-Wise Feed, crafted with wholesome ingredients, provides everything your birds need and nothing they don't.
We're dedicated to delivering essential vitamins and nutrients to help nurture these special moments with your flock, from our coop to yours. For more information, check out NutrenaWorld.com.
We have some exciting news to share from our sponsor, Grubbly Farms.
I'm a longtime subscriber, and my flock love the healthy, nutritious treats, plus orders $40 and more ship free.
If you haven't heard, Grubbly's has a fantastic layer pellet and crumble feed. It's packed with plant and insect protein, perfect for those picky chickens and ducks.
Grubbly Farms makes food and treats for healthy pets and planet.
To support us and Grubbly Farms, use the link grubbly.co/coffee. Try it today. 300th episode.
Oh, I feel every one of those episodes too.
Oh yeah. We're feeling it. We are superstitious people, but we have come into your lives once a week for 300
times. 300 times.
Thank you to everyone who has been with us from the beginning, who's joined in halfway, who's whatever, who's here now. We love our listeners. Thank you. Yeah. Woo! 300, man.
Going on this gigantically long and sometimes overwhelming journey with us.
We're doing it, though. We're doing it.
Oh, yeah. It's happening.
Holly Ann was getting mad at me because I kept saying it's the 96th, the 94th, the 93rd. She's like,
it's months away. Enough. It's months away. Stop saying it. Now you can say it. You're happy. Here we go. 300th episode. You said it like 6 months ago, and I was like, that does not make any sense. I'm taking that out.
Oh, it means everything, man. It means we're looking forward to it. Hey, it's great stuff. Great stuff.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm quietly happy. I think I'm too exhausted to be excited.
I'm exhausted too. My new philosophy in life is laugh or cry. So I've been trying to laugh a lot.
Been living that a lot. Laugh or cry, yes.
Laugh or cry.
Laughing while crying or crying while laughing. These are all variations of what happens.
Let's not do the combo. Let's just laugh at stuff and keep it moving on. But yeah, it's just one of those things that we started going on 6 years ago now. And the people who told us you can't talk about chickens once a week.
It is hard to believe that in a few months we're going to be starting year 7. That is crazy to me.
And there were so many people telling us that we were crazy that we couldn't talk about chickens.
Let's be real. We are crazy.
But in a good way.
I mean, clearly it works. So,
It works. And we love talking with everybody.
I'm extra exhausted today because I'm trying to get ready to go away. Remember, I'm going to London.
Right.
It is, again, before I go anywhere for any length of time, it is like marshaling an army. I feel like the quartermaster. It's just...
That's how I felt a few weeks ago before I went away for a week. And it's not just going away. I packed at 11 p.m. Friday night. We left the house at 5:30 a.m. on Saturday.
I've already started packing because pretty much everything going with me is stuff I don't usually wear, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Because that packing, they're always like, oh, I got an hour to pack. 3 hours later, you're still trying to finish and you fit things in. And
there's something with packing. I hate trying stuff on sometimes.
I'm not trying it on. It's going to the case. I don't have time to try anything on.
I feel like as you get older, trying outfits on is like a workout itself. You're like, oh, what? So, yeah.
I got to sit down and have a cup of tea.
Like, I got to try this on. But yeah, just fun stuff. I can't believe the summer. Gosh, it's almost over. Thank God.
Right? The heat. Oh, this heat this year has been heinous. Okay.
First the heat, then the rain. We got it all. We got it all, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the mill brought my mulch. I cannot wait to get out there and put that. It's hardwood mulch. What do you call it? Wood chips. I cannot wait to get that into my runs.
I need to, because the rain that we've had over the last 2 weeks has flooded under my one coop. I can't even put food under that coop to protect it from the rain because it's nothing but mud and the chickens won't go under there. So, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, good times.
Okay, so on that note, if you're listening to our show and you're loving it, head on over to Apple Podcast and type us a review over there so that we can enjoy some really nice words about the podcast. We love it. It really does make our day. We've been dry on reviews for a while, so be the first one to leave one. Do it now. Go over there and hit that subscribe button because you never want to miss any fun. And they count them.
If you're looking for other ways to help support the show, you can tell a few chicken, duck, or goose loving friends about us. You can share your favorite episodes on social media. You can become a patron of the show, patreon.com/coffeewiththechickenladies. Thank you to our amazing patrons. You guys are the best. And there are 2 more things you can do to help this show. You can buy our book, Chicken Lady's Guide to Life with Chickens, The Joys of Delicious Eggs and a Healthy Flock. Available currently on Walmart.com, Target.com, Amazon, and BarnesandNoble.com.
It's all the simple things.
That's right. I know. I was cracking up. I was putting my grocery order in, and we were doing something with checking metrics, and I was like, wait, you can buy our book on Walmart.com. How about that?
And then I looked it up. I Googled it, and then it came up on Target at the same time, and I was like, we made it to Walmart and Target. Yes.
I'm so excited because we're in a lot of different countries. We're on all the British Commonwealth countries, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Italy. Not that it's a Commonwealth, but
Italy is the best.
So buy our book. If you're considering buying our book, please consider pre-ordering it because pre-ordering is the single most important thing you can do to help an author with their book. And leaving us nice reviews on Amazon will be great too.
Oh, yeah. We want all the reviews on Amazon too, please.
And the other thing you can do to help support this show is visit our website and our show notes, use our affiliate links and discount codes, and buy products from our sponsors.
Yay! Be honest. What's the most annoying part of chicken keeping day to day?
Oh, that's easy. Feeding time. Or what's left on the ground after it.
Exactly. Wasted feed. And that's where the omelet no waste feeder comes in.
Okay, I need details.
They're designed to solve all the classic feeder problems: spills, wasted feed, and pests.
Yep, that is my life.
The no-waste feeders keeps feed protected, clean, and secure. They're spill-proof by design, which means far less mess around the coop and far less waste overall.
That already sounds like a big improvement.
They also hold enough feed for up to 6 chickens for a week, so you're not constantly topping it up every day.
That is actually life-changing.
And if you go for the smart no-waste feeder, you can even connect it via your phone and set timed openings and closings so feeding can be completely hands-off if you want it to be.
Whoa, I am sold.
Search Omelet, that's OMLET, and upgrade your smart no-waste feeder today.
The Breed Spotlight is brought to you by Murray McMurray Hatchery, defining quality for generations. For over a century, Murray McMurray Hatchery has remained a trusted family-owned business working tirelessly to ensure our poultry meet the highest standards. Whether you are an experienced enthusiast or just embarking on the journey, look to McMurray Hatchery for guaranteed quality, rare, and heritage breeds, low minimums, and all the supplies you need to raise your flock. Request a free catalog today.
We once did 1 breed, spotlight, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then we did 300
Some more, yeah.
breed spotlights. And then we figured what we would do is start it all over again.
You know,
go into this breed spotlight. Yeah.
So it's like a show tune for us. And you know that social media trend where everyone sits down and they're like getting ready for the documentary about
yeah.
Not for the chicken ladies. We don't have any documentary. We have show tunes. We have a musical. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this 300th breed spotlight is...
Oh, it's the one that started it all. The white-faced black Spanish.
Yes, it is.
That's one of our favorite chickens that neither one of us have ever had.
That we talked about first.
That's okay. Well,
oh
again,
my gosh.
If you check out our website right now, if you came over to listen to the show from the embedded player on our website, you know that for the post for this week, I have the photo of my save the date card from my wedding with the white-faced black Spanish on it.
It's one of our favorites that neither one of us has owned.
They are on my short list, though. I would like to have some. Now, the white-faced black Spanish, sometimes simply known as the Spanish, is a beautiful and rather mysterious chicken. This is an old breed and the only one we know of that has the white face. If you somehow have missed the white-faced black Spanish, you need to look at them.
And you need to go back to episode 1 and realize.
No, please. That's a little painful. Woo! Don't be doing that.
That would be amazing. But you know what? This is one of those chickens that I feel like the boys, they're like even more beautiful than the girls.
I know. I don't know how I would have them without having a cockerel. Exactly. Now, while they're currently listed as critically endangered on the Livestock Conservancy's priority list, they've been in the critical category for a long time. Once upon a time, they were a very popular laying breed in America. Now, prior to and following the Civil War, the Spanish was one of the breeds that was typically found in farms in the American South, also in the Mid-Atlantic, and even some of the Western states. Before 1900, they were often used in early egg farming businesses. Now, that has changed because other than the Leghorn, none of the Mediterraneans really work in a commercial setting.
Exactly.
The Spanish have always been regarded as a laying breed, not a dual-purpose breed. These are very lean, tall and lean birds. And they were also heavily featured in the earliest poultry shows in both the UK and the US. They did appear in the first printing of the APA Standard of Perfection in 1874. We do not know the exact origins of these chickens, almost certainly in Spain, though. Most sources guess that the very old black Castilian chicken is one of the foundation breeds, and that makes perfect sense given the color, the geography, and that long-legged frame of the Castilian bird, especially when you look at the roosters. You see what we mean by, like, it's a tall, rangy chicken.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing them when we went to Ohio. They were so cool.
They're just absolutely beautiful. They really do look like they're looking down their beak at you. Very aristocratic.
They're just a different looking kind of chicken that you're just, that's what I'm drawn to. Everything in my life, it's whatever's different.
They're really neat. Now, some sources suggest that the Black Spanish was developed in the Netherlands, but Lewis Wright disputes this. And I have to say, after reading the accounts of how they could be developed in the Netherlands, I don't buy it either. Lewis Wright says that the Spanish was already in England, but the faces were not so refined. That's completely believable. And an importation of Spanish birds from Dutch breeders, where they had done more work developing that white face, helped the English with fresh genetics, because they weren't always like the huge white face that we see now.
Right.
That was probably that was bred for the show ring. I mean, that's really the only reason. So the early poultry historians and even the American Poultry Association Standard of Perfection warn strongly against any more breeding to exaggerate the white face and earlobes of the Spanish. All of these sources mentioned repeatedly that they believe that this breed has suffered as a result of excessive breeding for the white facial features. All these sources, and that does include Lewis Wright, they believe that other traits and hardiness have been bred out of these birds as a result.
This is what happens when you overbreed across the board. It's not just this breed of chicken. They're a victim of overbreeding, and this is what we talk about all the time. and it sucks. And we hate it.
Well, I mean, you see things like lower fertility rate, lower hatch rate, all of those things. So the decline in the numbers of the Spanish in the late 19th and early 20th century and a narrowing gene pool probably has something to do with the low hatch and survival rates as well. When you put all these factors together, I'm not surprised that they're still critically endangered. So here's the question. Where did that white face come from? Because they're the only breed of chicken to have this, though a lot of breeds have white earlobes. I searched and searched and searched for this, and I did this research a couple of years ago, but it's still the same. I found a study in the 2018 Journal of Cellular Physiology and Biochemistry. This study is a genome-wide association study, and transcriptome analysis provide new insights into the white/red earlobe color formation in chicken. All that to say, essentially, that the study focuses on biological process of angiogenesis, which may directly give rise to the chicken's white earlobe formation through regulating blood vessel density in the chicken earlobe. The study proposed that downregulated TP63 in white earlobes may play roles in thickening the skin and decreasing the vessel numbers in the dermal papillary layer, thereby contributing to the white earlobe formation via paling the redness of the skin. It almost makes the skin like
it makes it look like it's drawn, kind of like
almost like it's plasticky or something.
Yeah, it gives it a very strange look to the chicken. Yeah. The skin itself. It's not like just white. It looks different.
Right. It looks like thicker. And I guess you have to see it in person. And it feels very smooth and cool, probably because it has less.
I don't mean this in any way, but it looks like a clown makeup, kind of.
Well, yeah, a lot of people do refer to these chickens as the clown chickens because of that.
I mean, that's not good, but that's kind of what it looks like. They do look like that.
The authors of this study noted this really does further the clues about the white earlobes and perhaps that face, but there's a lot more to understand. So they feel like they're in the tip of the iceberg. So
there's a lot more to understand into that face and how it is, because that is their draw. That's 100% their draw. So they are tall and striking chickens. Their bodies, for a Mediterranean, they are taller than the average. So they may be the tallest of the Mediterranean class, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're all black, again, with that white skin on their faces. And it's kind of like a mask. It's like a mask.
It is mask-like. It is.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to say they have a mask because they're like, ugh.
Okay. They're not going to be offended.
But they have long white earlobes. I always think they should have some earrings hanging off those earlobes because they are.
You're worried that they're not going to like mask and you want to put earrings on them.
Oh, yeah, because they're like so long. They look like they would look great there.
They're rather pendulous. It's true.
They're long. They have a large straight comb that in the hens it flops completely over to the side, kind of like a jaunty like beret over on the side. I don't know. They have very cool features. I mean,
they're really cool birds. They are.
I mean, one thing's cooler than the next. You got long earlobes with earrings. You got the floppy combs. They have long slate colored legs and feet and a long sloping back, a very upright carriage. That is part of being a Mediterranean, to have that type of carriage. And they're fairly deep chested. Now, if you have other Mediterraneans, you will feel that deepness when you pick them up in the chest. Now, roosters weigh in at about 8 pounds and hens are around 6. That's actually a little bigger than average Mediterranean. They're bigger. The white face does not fully develop in most cases until after the first full molts. So be patient. Don't be quick to call if you're breeding or showing. Please don't. I mean, honestly,
you got to give them time to grow in. You really do.
Yeah. So let's look at laying numbers, which are going to be great because they're Mediterranean anyway. Hens are good layers of the large white eggs. They're a little bit lower in layer numbers. It's 180 per year. That's still respectable.
I feel like that I read before that they used to lay more, but again, the laying may have been something that suffered in all this breeding to increase the white face.
In the overbreeding, they bred out better laying. That just seems so wrong. That seems so wrong to me. They generally do not go broody because, again, they're Mediterraneans. The chicks can be delicate. This is something to really no, because if you're ordering them, you want to make sure they have the proper heat, nutrition from the time they hatch.
That also probably comes from overbreeding, because one thing in chicken farming over the past couple of 100 years is as a breed becomes more fragile and their gene pool narrows, you often get these more delicate chicks.
Exactly. I mean, you overbreed and then you breed out their stamina and life. Like, come on, let's not do this. And the black Spanish chickens are very heat hardy because they're Mediterranean.
Right, right.
Everything. They're your classic Mediterranean, but they're not. They're like a step above, I feel like. They do not fare well in the cold, though. No Mediterranean does. You have to have provisions.
Me either.
For sure.
So back in 1888, there's an author named John Taggart who was very much a poultry fancier. And I thought it was interesting because he wrote extensively about ways to protect your white-faced black Spanish from the cold, and especially to protect that huge comb from frostbite. Now, this was about, 135 or so years ago. So what we say today about protecting these birds is nothing new. It's just that we have better technology. And I could tell you right now, if John Taggart could get his hands on a cozy coop heater, he would have ordered 10 of them.
Panel heating. I mean, come on now. And the thing is,
deep litter.
Look at this 135 years ago. And yes, we were talking about protecting them from frostbite and the cold. So many people want to say, this is a new thing. How did they survive hundreds of years ago?
Well, surviving isn't thriving. Right. And if these birds are precious to you or they're precious showbirds, you don't want them to deal with frostbite. It's awful.
I mean, like you found that it's in this writing from 1888 that they were trying to look into protecting them from frostbite. So yes, there is proof that we are not new in speaking about this. It's out there.
Not at all. The white-faced black Spanish is a very alert and active chicken. They need space to forage and scratch and do all the chicken stuff. They are great garden helpers. They are very good showbirds. They make very good pets. They're good layers. And they're even really good homestead birds if you're prepared to give them the care that they need. And the other thing is that if you're looking for a breed for a conservation project, consider these guys because they really need the help too.
They need our help. And here's the thing. The question is, where do you get them? You can get them through a hatchery.
You can. Yes. McMurray Hatchery has beautiful black Spanish. You can get them sexed. So if you only want some white-faced hens or if you want white-faced hens and one cockerel, you can order them that way. You can also
there's no excuse. No excuse at this point.
You can also check the breeders directory on the Livestock Conservancy's website. You can try Googling local breeders if you want to go down that road. If you're looking for show quality birds, I would recommend joining the APA and getting hooked up with some breeders that way.
Yeah, but hey, there's no excuse. If you want them, go to McMurray Hatchery. They have them there, and it's great.
Well, they might be sold out for this year, but in 2 months,
you'll be ordering
opens up for next year. So
exactly. Get them on your list. We would love to see people getting them, and let's sell them out over at McMurray. Let's make that happen. Everybody order in November when you get your catalogs. Okay.
And still, we won't have any.
Everybody else will have them.
Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of backyard ducks? Look no further than Metzer Farms, your premier destination for top quality waterfowl. Whether you're a seasoned breeder or just starting out, Metzer Farms has everything you need to elevate your flock to the next level. And if you're passionate about call ducks, you're in for a treat.
Metzer Farms hatches a stunning variety of call ducks, meticulously bred for their miniature size, beauty, and calm temperament. From snowy whites to vibrant colors, each duck is a masterpiece waiting to grace your backyard. Visit MetzerFarms.com today to browse their extensive selection and start your journey into the wonderful world of waterfowl. Metzer Farms, where passion meets perfection.
If you're looking for a chicken coop that's produced in a planet-friendly, sustainable way, try Nestera.
Each coop is made from highly durable, 100% recycled plastic that keeps the equivalent of up to 2,000 shampoo bottles out of a landfill.
Their clean, modern design will fit into any garden or run area and comes with an industry-beating 25-year warranty and a range of handy accessories.
Simple to put together, so quick and easy to clean, and most importantly, red mite resistant. Your chickens will love it.
Quick shipping from Nestera US.
For a 5% discount, use the affiliate link in our show notes, on our website, and on Instagram. Link in bio. Check them out today.
Eaton Pet and Pasture is a farmer-owned company based in upstate New York that creates USA-made sustainable products for backyard chicken keepers. From low-dust hemp bedding and comfy aspen nesting pads to nutritious treats and odor-eliminating products, everything is designed to keep your coop clean, healthy, and smelling egg-tastic.
All their products are made right here in the USA with ingredients that are safe for your flock and the planet. So whether you're doing a deep clean or just a quick refresh, Eaton makes it simple to care for your coop the natural way.
They're your one-stop shop for coop freshness and flock happiness, made easy.
Visit EatonPetAndPasture.com to explore the full line of flock favorites and use the code COFFEE at checkout for a first-time purchase discount. Let's move on to main topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this week's main topic, it's going to be nothing scientific or anything.
Oh, in other words, nonsense.
It's just going to be a retrospect of us looking back, a retrospective of the last 300 episodes.
I thought you were going to say 300 years.
Well, it felt like 300 years.
Sometimes.
So, 6 years, 300 episodes, 300 years, it feels like. And where are we?
we have covered practically every heritage breed chicken out there, with the exception of actually a lot of the Asian breeds, because some of them I can't find any information on in English, and I can't pronounce a lot of them. And there are also some very obscure European breeds. And you guys know that we're not big on the fighters, so we haven't done like the liege fighters and some of those birds. But we have had the privilege of talking to so many amazing guests. I think we're really lucky in that regard. And we have built amazing relationships with all of you, our listeners. You guys are great.
Thank you again for listening. So let's go into the next thing we're going to talk about, and it's our favorite episodes. Okay. I have 2 right off the bat. There's also a lot more than that, but
I probably could guess some of yours, but
okay. So my first one is number 4, and that's the very first time we did Leghorn, and that was so much fun. I think we did like wine and booze, and we just had
it was very
a
silly.
blast.
It was very silly.
We had a blast recording that, and it was the first time we talked about Leghorns. And then the other one was the first time we had Jane Howarth on. I talk about this.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that one. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very inspirational. I mean, she inspires me. I get goosebumps when we talk to her, and that was one of my favorites. How about you?
I guess I have 2 types of favorites. And my first type is generally when there's a really good story attached to a bird. So like the Rhode Island Red, the Welsh Harlequin Duck, you know, when there's a really good background story that's fun to tell. I like those the best. The other type I like is generally when we have Dr. Rebecca on.
Yeah.
Because she gives such down-to-earth information. She's practical. I mean, she tells it like it is, but she also understands the demands of modern life. So she's always striving to help people give their birds the absolute best care and answer their questions. And I like that because I feel like it reassures people.
I would have to say, like, if you go down the most inspiring guests, she's one of them, because after we record with someone, we sit down and we talk about how everything went or whatever. And every time we're like, that's going to knock it out of the park with her. And she gives those same feels. And the Jane Howarth, I mean, the way she started with an ad in the paper.
She's a very inspiring woman in general. And I think she's very good at inspiring other people.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, just from where she came from. I mean, there's just a lot of guests that have turned into our friends. And I do like when Fiona comes on, we've become very close with Fiona.
Yeah.
So
I also enjoyed having Sally Couthard on the show because she's one of my favorite nonfiction authors ever. And it's kind of that's a little fangirl for me to talk to one of my favorite authors. So that was good.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go into episodes you'd like to do over and why.
The one we just did with the Red Cap with Jeanette Berenger, because there was some serious mic issues on my part for the for the surrounding bit of the episode, and you were about to get on a plane, so we couldn't redo it.
Yeah,
and I was so irritated that my sound is so bad.
Yeah, I'd have to say, like, that would be one of the only reasons I want to redo an episode, because I feel like every episode it tells the story. Like, I wouldn't have to want to redo it. Oh, I know one. Episode 10, I believe. And I think you just got some really bad news. and we had to go right into recording, and I felt so bad for you.
Oh, one of my alpacas had passed away. Yeah.
And I felt really bad for you. And I think that was one of our, it was in the very beginning. And I was like, we had no time at that point to okay, let's just stop and reschedule this. And I did. I felt really bad. I was like, that's horrible that you had to do that. And I think those things happen and we've just pushed through, but that would be one I would redo so that you wouldn't be sad.
Yeah. I mean, he was my first alpaca, Abracadabra. I do remember that. But yeah, I mean, that's I've always had farm animals and you do lose them along the way. And it doesn't make it any easier, but it's part of the deal. We're kind of lucky. One of the things that's really good about having a podcast that is years long in duration is that some of those do-overs you get to do. So we may have done a bird or a topic in the beginning and then redone it 2 or 3 years later with more information.
Right.
And so that's nice too, because we got to build on top of something we'd already done.
Right. Now, something we haven't covered, but we've always wanted to. That's a hard one because we're constantly brainstorming and we generally cover what we want to cover. You know what I mean?
Up until 3 years ago, I would have said ducks and geese, but we got into the ducks and we do the turkeys too. So
yeah.
Something we haven't covered but have always wanted to do.
Maybe we might have to do a swan breed spotlight. That might be kind of cool.
Oh, you know how I am about those black swans. I think they are incredible. And every time, I'm not on social media that much, but when I'm on there, I often go right to Mr. Geese.
Yeah, yeah.
Account Mr. Geese because he has those black swans that are so gorgeous. I'm trying to think something we haven't covered but have always wanted to do. I've always wanted to cover some poultry shows in the UK.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But have not managed to make that happen yet.
No, we haven't. I feel like we're go-getters. If we want to cover something, we do it. And it's all about brainstorming what we think everyone will want to hear about and listen to. So, hey, I'm going to use this opportunity to put a little thing out there. You can email us or message us a topic that you want us to talk about, and we'll try to get on it.
Yeah. We always do our best to try to make that happen, whether it's a breed for a breed spotlight or it's a main topic that we somehow haven't done yet or that we need to do over because it's dated. That happens too.
Okay, poultry bucket list.
So many.
White-faced black Spanish.
White-faced black Spanish. Sicilian buttercup. Hamburg.
Hamburg's on mine too.
Appenzeller Spitzhauben.
That one's on mine too. The Crevecoeur is on mine.
I would take Krebs. I like Krebs. I would take Krebs.
Yeah.
Let me think. I hit the buttercup. I know that white-faced black Spanish, buttercup, Hamburg. I wanted Langshans. I have the Langshans now, and I do not regret that. The Langshans are fantastic. They are on the bottom of the pecking order, but they're the nicest birds.
Sultan for me.
Yeah. I don't know about for me. I'm trying to think what my other one would be. Maybe the 55 flowery hen. I really like them. Anybody else that I haven't? For me, not right now, but for me, I would like the red cap.
Yeah, I mean, when they're available.
Exactly.
It's going to take a few years. Maybe you'll be ready at that point.
Right,
and
right.
you can get them.
I would very much like the red cap.
Yeah, I kind of okay, here's a question that we didn't really put on the notes, but what chicken breed have you lost, but you would get again or you wouldn't get again?
Jersey Giant, Swedish Flower. I don't think the Brahmas...
That you would get again.
I would absolutely have Jersey Giants again. I only have one left. Swedish Flowers, I only have one left. I mean, and they lived a long time. They lived really nice, healthy lives. Those two are probably at the top. Oh, Buckeyes also on my poultry bucket list. I've never had them before, though.
Here's one that I may not get again. I have both of mine still, but it's the Andalusian. I don't know that I would.
Mm-hmm.
They're smart. They're actually friendly, but what I don't like is they're little bullies a little bit.
They need either a lot of place to safely range or they need to be busy because they can be troublemakers if they're not busy.
I think that's the only thing that bothers me about them is that they're a little bit of a flock troublemaker. Basil eats feathers. I mean, that might be one that I would be oh.
I really do feel myself being drawn back towards my early chickens, my relatively healthy and trouble-free chickens. I mean, that was Jersey Giant and Jersey Giant Swedish Flower.
I have not been able to get a well summer again because Gertie was so special to me.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing will compare to her. And I've just never been able to get another well summer. I just can't. It's that's the only reason why. It's she just meant so much.
Yeah. Like I love a lot of breeds, but as we are getting older and we're traveling more, and I can feel myself slowing down as I, move into other things. And
they need to be the breeds you really want. Like,
right. And they, again, both the Jersey Giant and the Swedish Flower are healthy. They did well in both cold and hot. I mean, they're just really nice birds. I had roosters with both of them. And Ricardo, when he wasn't trying to defend the ladies, when he was just with the ladies or with us by himself, it was great. So, plus, none of my roosters have ever compared to Ricardo's crow.
No.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime crow right there.
Okay, so let's look at podcast biggest regrets.
You have a year? I can start listing things I regret. Yeah.
Oh, I don't really regret anything.
That's because you don't edit. That's why you don't have any regrets. I write the episodes and I edit, and I live in purgatory for most of the time. Because you're over there like having a party on the mic. And I'm like, stop, just stop.
I'd like for you to have stuff to have to take out of there.
Oh, don't do me any favors, man. I got to tell you. Oh. Sometimes my house will be silent, and then you'll hear me from the depth of my soul going, Chrissy, why?
And then in the next breath, you'll say, but I love that girl because she's my best friend.
No, that's not what I say with my next breath.
But you do. And you have to admit it. You have to admit that. So, I mean, really, yeah, poor Pete. Oh, I do have one big regret. We broke Pete's hands.
What are you doing to my husband? I know. And it was probably you, because you're like a loose cannon on the mic, man.
Poor Pete. I just kept saying, bake him another cake.
We'll work for cake. He's a good guy, but
meanwhile, he's like, I can't eat the cake. My hands are ruined.
That hand was bad for a while. It's actually a lot better now, but yeah.
Yeah, because he's not editing.
He also is a super duper perfectionist, like in every level had to be perfect. And
that's why you cut me out of editing, because I'm the same way Pete is.
Well, but you weren't doing the editing directly. You were telling me what to do, and that did not work.
It worked well for me.
I play a lot more fast and loose with the editing. Sorry, everyone. You get more of our hiccups just because I can't. I don't have 2 days to spend on this show.
Okay, let's move on to biggest accomplishments. And for me, it's putting an episode out every week for going on 7 years.
That's a pretty, I thought of a regret though. And I'll wrap mine together. That's okay. That's a pretty big feat. Everything, an episode a week for 6 years. That has been a very tall order that we have managed.
I mean, that's not
creatively, but
it's not without things happening in our lives. And
God knows, yeah.
A lot of things have happened in our lives along the way. And a lot of things happen where we're like, hey, can we record an hour later today? Because I got to run a chicken to Dr. Rebecca. I got to do this. I got to do that. That's the glory of being able to do this, you and I, because we work together in our scheduling.
Yeah, for sure. Once I gave up my job, which was part-time, but still, once I stopped being a librarian altogether, that opened up a lot more ways for us to be flexible time-wise.
Right. Because we had it every Friday. We were recording for a long time because I was watching my goddaughter and you were working.
2 episodes every other Friday. We would record 2 episodes, and that was, yeah,
it's a lot of work. Well, when we first started, I was watching a baby 4 days a week.
Right.
And you were working at the library, and we made it work, and we've made it work through all of this. So that's one of our biggest accomplishments. But we also have one really big accomplishment, which everybody's going to be able to see October 20th.
And that is mine. The book is mine. That is my biggest thing that has grown out of this podcast. That book, I'm so happy with that book. I love it.
It was a labor of love and tears.
Yeah, for sure.
But
blood, sweat, and tears went into that book.
Yes, they did. They did.
The fact that we wrote it so fast so that we could get it out this fall of 2026. So
I mean, we were on Zoom hours and hours.
Well, that's the thing. We wrote it fast, but it's not because we were rushing. We did the work.
It took a lot of hours on Zoom. It took a lot of, testing your best friendship, like give and take on every end. And
I don't really feel like it tested our friendship. Like never were we like, I hate you now. I don't want to be friends after 40 whatever years.
No,
but we could do school projects together. We could write a book together. And we did.
It was all practice for this.
I guess.
The phone calls, the trips to the Essex Library.
Pardon me. My regret that I just remembered a little while ago, my regret is actually that we did do an episode each week. I actually wish that we took off January and February because it is rough to run a farm in January and February. It takes all your energy. I would like to have that for fallow creative time. That being said, if we had done that, it wouldn't be 300 episodes. So it is what it is.
No. And everyone has come back to us and said, don't stop. Keep bringing them. We keep brainstorming constantly and coming up with great stuff to talk about. But yeah, it has really broadened our lives and taken us to places. I always say where poultry will take us. It's taken us many places.
I did not expect to be traveling as much as we have been. We've traveled a lot. And I always loved traveling when I was younger. And then I didn't do it for a while. And it was the podcast that really started that again. When we went to the first Cooptastic in Alabama, that was the first time I've been on a plane in more than a decade.
Oh, and you were nervous too. You were like, oh my God.
I'm always a quiet white knuckle flyer. I just am. But I bury it in a book or knitting or whatever. But that one, the plane, it was so full. That plane, it was stuffed to the gills and it was blazing hot.
It was hot. And the thing is, it's so funny because as we've traveled over the years, we've gotten to be better and better at it. Mm-hmm. But the girls, when we just went away, Sophia sat next to me and Ella sat next to Joe. And Ella was like, you and Sophia were so loud talking and everything. And I was like, you ought to be able to play with me and Aunt Holly. People really are like, shut up. Those two women need to stop laughing behind us the whole time.
When we were coming back, it was especially bad when we were coming home from McMurray Festival because I remember we were laughing ourselves silly.
We're always laughing ourselves silly. And I always feel bad for the person next to us in the row. They're probably
to be fair, if everyone on the plane was trying to sleep, that would be one thing. But it wasn't that. It was... We have a good time. What can I say?
So there you go. There's the first 300 episodes. Now I'm holding up imaginary glass of wine to the next 300 episodes.
Oh, where's my water glass?
No, that's bad luck. That's bad luck. You can't toast with water.
Where did that cockamamie rule come from?
Joe DiCarlo.
It's not bad luck to toast with water. It's bad luck to sit at a toast and not toast. That's what's bad luck. Here, I'll do it with my empty coffee mug.
Do it with your coffee. Coffee. Yep. There you go. Okay. So now we got to get back.
Make me a cocktail. I'm okay with that.
Now we got to get back to business.
There was a drop of coffee left in there. If your flock could talk, they would thank you for shopping at Eaton Pet and Pasture, your one-stop shop for coop freshness and flock happiness made easy.
From their all-natural USA-made favorites like hemp bedding, roost refresh, and nesting pads to convenient product bundles that make chicken care simple, Eaton has everything you need to keep your coop clean, cozy, and odor-free.
Check them out at EatonPetAndPasture.com and use code COFFEE at checkout for a first-time purchase discount.
And now it's time for
cracking the eggs.
Cracking those eggs. Now, what's in season right now? Zucchini.
A lot of squash right now, man. Oh, so did I tell you there's a volunteer squash vine in my sheep field?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know what it was. I thought it might be a pumpkin because I'd had some pumpkins over there that the geese were eating.
That's what you said before. It was pumpkin.
Yeah, well, it's a pumpkin. So there's one massive pumpkin on it. And now there are 3 more pumpkins on it.
Oh, nice.
And one of the pumpkins is hanging off the fence because it climbed all up through the sheep fencing. I was out there shoring that thing up, tying it up. So it wouldn't pull my fence down. It's that heavy.
Yeah. Wow.
I just wanted to tell you that I have this massive volunteer pumpkin patch in the sheep field now.
The great pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
That's right.
You got to go out there and wait for the great pumpkin.
I might sit out with the sheep and wait. That's okay. Anyway, squash, zucchini.
Do you remember the year I was taking Magpie for all those walks, and down on the other side of the road, there was somebody threw their
It was a gourd of some sort, yeah.
And every day I watched it grow. I took that baby for a walk until the one day it was ready, and I was like, grabbed it and threw it into the stroller. I was like, it's coming home with me.
Well, I mean, it wasn't on anyone's property.
No,
was it like an ornamental gourd, or was it edible?
It was ornamental.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, damn it. I wish it was something we could eat. It wasn't. Okay, but this week's Cracking the Eggs, we're doing Zucchini Spice Bars because Zucchini is plentiful right now.
And these are Pete approved. And I'll say they're pretty good, but Pete really liked these.
I mean, Pete likes cake. He
does
cake.
like cake, but he likes some things better than others.
Okay, so let's go through these ingredients, and I'm sure it's going to include 2, eggs and zucchini. But first, here we go.
Maybe.
A half a cup, that's 1 stick of unsalted butter or dairy-free, melted and cooled just a little bit. 1.5 cups of light brown sugar packed. 2 large chicken or duck eggs. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 2 cups of all-purpose flour or gluten-free 1-to-1 flour. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. A half a teaspoon ground cloves. 2 cups of fresh zucchini. It's going to be grated. That's roughly about 2 medium. And you're going to squeeze out as much of that liquid. Use a tea towel. It works so much better than paper towels. Use a tea towel. It works really well. And a half a cup of walnuts or pecans chopped. Whatever your fancy is.
That's optional. You don't have to put the nuts.
I go pecans. And what else I would add into this, which you would not, are raisins.
No. That's a crime against humanity.
I would go golden raisins, because you step it up a little with the raisins.
Okay, I would take golden raisins. I like golden raisins, actually. And I would do either walnuts or pecans. Either one would work.
I like pecans better than walnuts, so I would always go pecans better.
I like black walnuts, and I tend to keep a supply of them because I think they're delicious. I like that distinct flavor.
Oh, wait, let me go over glaze ingredients right now so that we don't have to come back and do that.
Perfect.
That's 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of cream, milk, dairy-free cream or milk, or water. And that you're going to have to read that to really understand that.
Well, I mean, essentially, pretty much any cream, milk, or dairy-free cream or dairy-free milk or even water works. So knock yourself out.
Everything's going to work. A half a teaspoon of ground ginger powder and a tiny pinch of salt.
I was really inspired with this glaze, and I think it's really tasty if I do say so my own self.
Do you say that?
I do say that. Directions. Okay, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit. That's 175 Celsius. And grease yourself a 9 by 13 inch baking dish with butter or nonstick spray. So this is going to be like sheet cake. Set that pan aside. Now, I like this because this is pretty much a 1 bowl cake.
Yeah.
And I love me some more. You don't even need your mixer. You can do it all by hand.
I love cake. I love stuff like that where you just mix it by hand like brownies.
Yep. In a large mixing bowl, you're going to whisk together the melted butter, brown sugar, vanilla, and eggs, and whisk them until the batter is smooth and completely blended. You're going to stir in the flour, baking soda, ground cinnamon, and ground cloves, put them directly into the wet ingredients, and stir it all together until a thick batter forms. Then you're going to gently fold in that drained zucchini and your optional chopped nuts until they're well blended in the batter. It is actually pretty quick and easy. That's weird. Okay, I'll just wing it because I made these, so I know what it is. Pour the batter into your cake pan. You're going to even it out so you don't have weird cake lumps. You're going to bake this for 30 to 35 minutes or until a tester comes out clean. Take it out of the oven, let it cool for at least an hour before you glaze it. The glaze is super simple. Everything in a bowl, mix it all together. That's it. Pour it on the cake. Let it sit for like 15 minutes after you've glazed it so the glaze can like get a skin on it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it is really good. If you like warmer spices and that sort of thing, it's a delicious cake.
I mean, usually you're thinking of spice cakes and things like that for the fall because, you know, they do kind of have those. But
this is the last week of August.
This is the summer version because the
summer spice cake.
Yeah, because you know what? You can also say it's healthy because it's got zucchini in it.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose you could.
Honestly, I mean, there's not really a lot of sugar in this.
No.
So, I mean, it's something that if you have a sweet tooth, whenever we go through like dessert things, we always say we have to make our dessert. It can't be store-bought because then you can really control like if you're putting sugar and how much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always better.
Even if you're making a cake with frosting, it's probably still better for you than the equivalent you'd buy in a store for a bunch of reasons.
They probably put so many preservatives plus
and trans fat and just all that really not good stuff.
Load of sugar. That's for sure.
Well, and it might not just be sugar. It's probably high fructose corn syrup.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so try it. You might like it. Let us know what you think. Send us pictures. We'd love to see it. Okay, so let's move on to retail therapy. Retail therapy.
Yeah.
This week's Retail Therapy is a seed spotlight. And you guessed it, because we love a theme. We're going
Zucchini.
with zucchini seeds.
Zucchini.
You probably already guessed it. If you didn't look at the title of the show, you're like, look, they're going to make it all flow. That's what we do.
We're arguably at the end of zucchini season, but we needed a seed. And so, it's zucchini. It is what it is.
It's zucchini, baby.
Though we tend to think of the zucchini as an Italian vegetable, this kind of tender summer squash was actually developed in Mesoamerica along with corn and beans several thousand years ago. Archaeologists have found 2,000-year-old squash seeds in caves in Mexico, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Now, squash traveled to Europe in the 1500s along with corn and a bunch of other things, probably potatoes. And somewhere in the 1800s, people in Milan started experimenting with squash breeding, and they developed the long zucchini that we know and love today. It's traditional form where, what you buy it in. But zucchini has only been grown here in the U.S. for about 100 years, which surprised me.
That is kind of surprising.
Native Americans, again, have been growing all kinds of varieties of squash, but the zucchini specifically has only been here for about 100 years.
Now, when you think of squash, you think yellow squash and zucchini. That's what you think of, honestly. First
Not me.
Of course, because you're special with your heritage breed.
They're heirlooms, and yes, I am special.
Heritage breed, heirloom. You're so special with these heirloom breeds.
By special, you mean obsessed, and that's okay. So Italian immigrants brought zucchini with them in the 1920s.
Of course.
And a lot of Italian folks settled in California. So zucchini really exploded. It was grown widely in California.
Probably my great-grandparents brought some with them. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Wait, they would have been Bianca's, right?
Bianca and Nito's.
The Biancas and the Nitos. Thank you, Grandpa and Grandma Bianca and Nito. It wasn't until after the Second World War that zucchini became a common fixture in the backyard veggie garden. I bet the Victory Gardens had zucchini, right? And so it became, and it's easy to grow.
Now, it is a great summer treat for your flock because it contains a lot of moisture. You're going to tell that moisture when you go to wring out the moisture to use it in a baked good, how much it has in it. It's also low calorie, reasonably high in fiber, and a low glycemic index food, making it a great digestive aid for anyone who eats it. I had it last night for dinner. Shocker.
I like it in a lot of different ways, but I really like zucchini in soup. I think it's delicious.
I made a soup with it 2 weeks ago. Last night, I just coarse chopped it and sauteed it in some olive oil. Delicious. Yep. Now, it's also rich in antioxidants, specifically lutein and zeaxanthin, to help fight these free radicals. Vitamin C, beta-carotene, and potassium are also found in zucchini, making it a great addition to a healthy diet for birds and mammals both. In my house, it's always here in the summer, always.
It's like, I don't know, the zucchini gods are generous, right? There's usually a lot of zucchini to be had.
Oh, always. I feel like if you feel like you're getting more for your money with the super big ones, I feel like they don't have as much flavor as the smaller ones. But
they don't, but sometimes that's good for your flock, which we'll talk about in a minute.
That's also good for baking.
Now, the entire zucchini plant is edible to chickens, so beware having your flock near a zucchini plant that has tender young zucchini and delicious yellow squash blossoms because they will eat them.
And you won't get zucchini.
They really will eat what they can reach because it's delicious stuff. Now, here's the good thing. Your birds will happily devour oversized zucchini that, the ones you miss in the garden and you pull it out and you're like, oh my God, that thing is enormous.
It's the size of a bat, man.
Exactly. And you can just put that whole giant zucchini in there and your flock will peck away at it. We talk about that, what to do with fruit and vegetables to make them the safest for your birds. In this case, just leave it whole.
Just leave it whole and let them peck the heck out of it.
Yep. This is a very easy plant to grow either by seeds or by started plants, and it's great to grow with kids. So if you're doing like a kid's garden, zucchini all the way. The big squash leaves help shade out and smother weeds, as well as shading roots and keeping the soil from drying out quickly. So remember, squash is part of that whole Three Sisters garden that Native Americans did, because the squash, they do the job, man. They really do choke those weeds out.
It's awesome. I need to plant some next year. I think I want to.
Mm-hmm.
If I eat it this much, it's so good for you. The thing I like about it is if you want something fresh, it's so easy just to chop and put in a saute pan for 20 minutes.
It's quick, yeah.
Fresh. It's quick.
Super quick, yeah.
Now, most of us are familiar with the usual dark green squash, but did you know that zucchini comes in a lot of different shapes and shades of green?
I did know.
50 shades of green, not gray.
50 Oh, okay. That joke can go so far. Let's stop that right there.
Now, they can be long and straight, long and curved, with a wide bottom. I think it all goes. Fluted or ridged down the sides, or
for her
even,
pleasure.
Yeah, or even round and ball-shaped. The joke just keeps going.
It just keeps on going.
That's what they can. Now, the colors range from deep dark green to the lightest sage green, green and white striped, greenish gray, and two-tone green and yellow. We had to get that gray in there. I know we did.
Yeah.
Now, cultivars include Black Beauty, Nero de Milano, Cocoselle, Verde d'Italia, 8-Ball, and Long White of Palermo. You can buy zucchini seeds just about anywhere. For the best heirloom types, let's list this: True Leaf Market, Baker Creek Rare Seeds, Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, Annie's Heirlooms, Thresh Seed Company, and the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers.
Yeah, get you some Long White of Palermo.
50 Shades of Green. That's right. I had to read that series. I did read it. I'll have to admit it. But
oh, sweet Jesus. I'll never get that hour of my life back.
Okay, so shall we tell everybody what we're going to be talking about next week?
In fact, we should. Next week, we're revisiting what has become one of my most beloved breeds ever, 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 and that is the runner duck.
They run.
They do run. They run and they swim and they eat a lot.
They don't go to their water bowl when they're supposed to, though. I will say this.
That was because you were making them nervous because you're a stranger danger. Otherwise, you can't keep them out of the water. Main topic, we're talking about pros and cons of multi-species flocks. Chicken, duck, goose.
Exactly.
We're kicking off September. It is Apple Month. And because we're still celebrating, we're going to start with a cocktail, which is apple whiskey sour.
We're going to celebrate 301 episodes with a drink.
I want my apple whiskey sour right now. And retail therapy, we're talking about some of Lisa Steele's food additives. She sent us a gigantic honking box each of additives to test. And we're going to tell you about the best of them.
And they're great.
They really are.
Okay, so what should we tell everybody to do until next week?
Hug your chickens, ducks, and geese.
And kiss them too. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you'd like to see more of us, please follow us on Instagram at Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. If you'd like to help us grow the podcast, please leave us a written review on Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to become a patron of the show, please visit our Patreon page, patreon.com/coffeewiththechickenladies. Thanks for listening.